Hi, it's Carly McAvoy. I'm talking about operations or performing operations on units of volume and time. I have the conversion chart if we need to refer to it, because we need to know those conversions and to correctly borrow and simplify as we go through these problems. These are the 6 problems that I'm going to work. Whenever you have something like gallons and quarts and you want to add those together, you just line them up and add them. You don't have to rewrite it if you could just see it straight across, but I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it. 3 gallons and 1 quart, 5 gallons and 3 quarts. And so when I add that together, I get 4 quarts and 8 gallons. And the reason we need to know about the conversions here is because we never want to have more of a unit than would build up to a new unit. So 4 quarts is a gallon. So if I have 4 quarts, I should be taking those away. I'm going to say subtract 4 quarts, and I'm going to make that into a gallon. Now when I add that together, I get 9 gallons. I don't have any quarts because 4 minus 4 was 0. So I just am going to get 9 gallons. All right, what about 1 week, 17 hours, 6 days, and 10 hours? I want to add all that together. I want to make sure I line it up. So I'm going to start with 1 week, and then I'm going to leave a space, or just write down, I guess, 0 days, and then 17 hours. And then I'm going to write 6 days and 10 hours. And I'm lining those units up. Now when I add that together, I get 27 hours, 6 days, and 1 week. Well, I can't have 24 hours because 27 hours because 24 makes a day. So I'm going to subtract the 24 hours, and that's going to become 1 day. And so I get 24 from 27 is 3 hours, 6 days and 1 day is 7 days, and then 1 week. But wait, I can't have 7 days because 7 days is a week. So I'm going to subtract 7 days and add a week onto that. And so I end up with 2 weeks and 3 hours. I don't have any days left because I took all those days to make a week. So we need to know the correct conversions to simplify that at the end. Now on the next one, I'm subtracting. I have 3 hours, 42 minutes, and I'm subtracting 1 hour and 50 minutes. And I can't take 50 away from 42, so I have to borrow. I'm going to borrow an hour, but how many minutes is that? Well, if I borrow 1 hour, that's 60 minutes. So I'm going to add 60 onto the 42 that I already had and get 102. Now I'm ready to subtract. 102 minus 50 is 52 minutes, and 2 minus 1 is 1 hour. So I needed to know the conversions to borrow correctly in that case. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is another subtraction, and I'll do it right here. That is 5 cups minus 2 cups and 3 ounces. And again, I need to convert correctly in order to borrow correctly. So I'm going to borrow a cup, and how many ounces are there in a cup? Well, fluid ounces, there's 8. So I have 8 ounces here. 4 cups and 8 ounces. Now I can subtract. 8 minus 3 is 5 ounces, and 4 minus 2 is 2 cups. And there's my answer for that one. The next I'm going to do is this division, and I have 4 weeks, 3 days, and I'm dividing by 2. So this one is a little trickier because I'm not going to get an even answer here, right? But I will for the first part. So 4 weeks divided by 2 is just 2 weeks. That's great. And then I'm going to divide 3 by 2. I'm going to get 3 halves of a day. Well, what does that look like? I still have my 2 weeks. 3 halves, 2 goes into 3 one time, so I have 1 day, and then I have a half a day. How many hours is half a day? It's 12 hours. So I could say it this way. I could say 1.5 days, or I could go ahead and take that half and make it into hours, which is what I'm doing there. Okay, and the last one, 3.5 cups, 9 ounces times 2. So I have 3.5 cups and 9 ounces, and I'm multiplying that times 2. So 3.5 times 2, well, that's just going to be 7. and 9 times 2 is 18. But I can't leave this as 18 ounces because every time I have 8 ounces, I have a cup, right? So how many 8s do I have in here? I actually have 2. I can take 16 ounces away, and that 16 ounces becomes 2 cups. And so I have 18 minus 16 is 2 ounces, and 7 plus 2 is 9 cups. So I had to simplify after I did the multiplication. All right, that's it. We'll talk to you next time.